Hi. In this next episode, we're going to talk about the VI editor. In most or almost all Linux distributions, you can find the VI editor as it's the default text editor in many Linux distributions. No matter what flavor of Linux you're using, you can be sure that if you need to edit files, the VI editor is right there without you having to install any additional software or learn anything outside of VI. And with Linux having an increasing number of text files annually growing, and with all the configuration files and everything being text-based, learning how to use VI Editor is a vital skill. So throughout this lab, we're going to show how to open and edit files, how to use VI using the different commands, and how to actually go through navigation, how to search through your text file for specific pieces of text, and of course, how to run common operations like copy, paste, and redo. Please join us in our next lab where we go through how to use VI Text Editor and how to actually edit text files, which is an essential skill as a Linux user or a system admin. Please join us in this preceding lab. In this episode, we're going to talk about the VI editor. Text files in Linux are extremely common. All our configuration files for different services and our applications are all based on configuration files. Even system files like your boot configuration files and your system configuration files are essentially all just text files. So being able to work with text file is extremely useful for any systems admin or user in Linux. So the VI editor is a text editor that allows you to, open, create, and edit text files. How you use it is you simply type VI, and right now I can give a file name for a file that exists, or I can create a new file if it doesn't exist. So I can give some file name here. Let's give some file name, etc hosts. All right, and immediately it opens this file. You can see down here the permission that I have is read-only, so I can't actually make any changes to this file. It says it's 2 lines and 158 bytes, and this is the name of the file. Now, inside VI, whether you're inside a file that exists or a brand new file, you can't really begin typing unless you're actually in insert mode. And you go into insert mode by typing a few characters. You can type I to go into insert mode. You can also type A or O to actually go into insert mode, in different spots. So O will open a new line. If I press O, you can see it created a new line and briefly showed me a warning that I am going to be changing a read-only file. So I should actually not save any of my changes because it's a read-only file. Anyways, so only in insert mode should you be actually typing something in. So this is a new line in a read-only file. All right, so this is normal typing as you would in any text editor. Now, when you are ready to, leave, save, or make some changes like copy and paste or whatever it is, you should be getting out of insert mode and going into something called command mode. If I press escape on my keyboard, like I'm doing now, you're going to go into command mode. And here we can again move our cursor around to run operations such as copying and pasting and things of that nature, formatting commands, that is. Or again, you can give commands to the file itself by typing colon. So shift colon. And now the VI system knows that I'm going to give some file commands. So this can be save with a W. And if I try to do that, you're going to see that only I can do read-only. So I have to actually quit without saving whatever changes that are here. So let's try it one more time. I'm going to press colon. And this time I'll type the command for quit, such as Q. And of course, it won't let me quit either because I've made changes to a read-only file. So to quit without making any changes, it's actually colon, Q, and exclamation. So this allows me to quit the file without actually making changes. Of course, if I have a file that's my own, so let's create a file now, just called hosts, and I can create a new file and give it some input. Right, I can make these changes because this is a file I own. This is not a read-only file. I can make certain changes. And again, I can type in this file only when I'm in insert mode. Now, when I'm ready to make changes to the file, I have to get out of insert mode by pressing escape. And now I can give, whatever commands. So again, copy and paste commands, which is YY for copy and P for paste. All right. Undo, which is U, and redo, which is R, or Control R, I believe. No, already at the newest change. So let's go ahead and DD to quit lines, and when we're ready to actually make or save the file, we can press colon and then W to save, and you can give a new file name here. Or you can just keep the same file name and type Q along with it to save and quit. And now I have a hosts file that I just created using the VI editor. So again, the takeaway for VI editor is it has two modes. One is command mode, where you're typing commands, and one is input mode, that you see the word insert and then the file accepts input. So I hope you've learned something here. I encourage you to practice, and I want to thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.